You mentioned your cats before, and I noticed when you arrived tonight, you had a sort of little cat badge on your lapel. How many cats have you got?
Well, I've only got 3 now, but I used to have 9.
9?
Yeah, and I'd take in everyone that wandered by, given half a chance. They find me. In the house that I'm staying in London, I thought I was going crazy because I lost my glasses on the plane, and I can't see that much ahead of me. So the first night, I was up because the jet lag kind of makes your hours go strange, and I heard this meow outside, and I thought, I'm hearing things, I'm going crazy. And for 3 nights, I still hadn't found my glasses, and this cat found me, and it seemed like just he and I were the only people up in the entire city of London. We had a long conversation.
And what about the cats at home? I mean, where are they now?
Oh, they're in a place called Blackford's Hotel for Cats, which is an amazing place. It's where they've got
a hotel for cats.
Hotel, yeah. Unlike sending them to boarding kennels where, you know, you've got 400 howling Alsatians all frightening the cats into the corners. They have a place that's totally for cats, and they have a chef, and they get fried chicken. And it's like James Stewart's cat has to have 4 slices of streaky bacon, but they've got to be very crisp and placed exactly parallel on the plate, otherwise they won't eat them.
You're putting me on here. Does this place actually exist?
Yes, it does. It's incredible. I saw it was on the news the other day. There's this woman, you know, she's the chef with a hat and holding. She's got all these bowls, and each cat cage has a clipboard on the outside, and it says the idiosyncrasies of each cat. My cat's like melon, donuts, pizza, French fries, all the things they're not supposed to eat. They're hideously spoiled.
You couldn't check me in for a couple of weeks out there.
I'm serious. Yes, I'll join you.
Fed up with this British winter.
Yes, I tell you, I might join you.
Well, what is it about cats? I mean, why not dogs? Why do you go for cats particularly?
First of all, I think they're amazingly beautiful animals and very sensual creatures, and they have an elegance. I mean, they get up in the morning and they look great. You know, I envy them. They just look that way all the time, and they're very comic and they're very affectionate. Unlike people genuinely think they don't give out much affection, but they do. They're very loving, and they can see right through people. They can see a phony straight away. A dog kind of goes, hi, and a dog will just a cat will just stare you down if they know you're phony.
I mean, there are, some people really cannot stand cats, in the way that they can't stand spiders or mice or whatever.
I think it's from the centuries of the cats being tied in with witchcraft and all that supernatural bit, and there was a time when if you harbored a cat, you got burned at the stake. And they used to...
You wouldn't have lasted very long, would you?
No, I would. Definitely not lasted long. And they used to brick cats up. It was a sign of good luck to put a live cat in France in the fireplace and then brick it up.
Is that right?
Yeah, that was how they that's how they blessed a house.
How long ago was that?
Oh, in the Middle Ages. But when the plague came along and they realized that cats were good rat catchers, then the cat got, accepted again. And in Egypt from ancient times, if you hurt a cat, you had your head cut off, which I think is a highly civilized thing to do.
I mean, people are cruel to cats now. I mean, I think it's an appalling thing, for example, to have a cat neutered. That seems a terrible thing, a distasteful thing to do.
I know there's a lot of controversy about that. I mean, people always say they want their children to see the miracle of birth, and let her have kittens and let the tomcat cat out and have a good time. But it really isn't very kind at all, because litter after litter after litter is born, and they have more litters, and in the end there are strays all over the place, and they die of starvation and of hideous diseases.
Well, I mean, you think they should be neutered?
Of course they should.
Like what I did
Unless you know absolutely that you can find good homes. I beg your pardon?
I wouldn't dare repeat that, he'll kill me.
Please, what did I miss?
Let me change the subject.
Yes, all right. I missed that. You tell me afterwards.
Okay. You used to have a reputation for throwing things at people. I read that you threw a fruitcake at some poor defenseless... Well, no, it wasn't a waiter. It was some man playing the fiddle in the background who'd really done nothing at all to anybody.
Yeah, that was most unkind. It was in New York, and it was in the Palm Court, and I was with people I just didn't like. But luckily, it wasn't the violinist's fault. It's just he was playing so badly. And I took the whole cake stand, and luckily it fell off the cake stand before it reached him, because it was really unkind. The kind of things I used to do, I don't do anymore. I must be losing my flair. I don't like...
I might just move these out of the way.
Yes, you might. And these, thank you. The fan club gave me these. These are absolutely beautiful.
Yes,
thank you very much. Nice. suitable for a funeral. Not a joke. They're very lovely. What were you saying?
I was going to say, you know, that a lot of British stars have moved out to America to live. People like Michael Caine and Engelbert Humperdinck and Tom Jones.
Yeah.
They've gone for tax reasons or work reasons or whatever. And I keep reading interviews with them in which they talk nostalgically about leafy lanes and country pubs and summer puddings, and it's quite clear that they really wish they were over here. Now, does that never happen to you?
Oh, often. But most particularly when they show Wimbledon fortnight, that really gets to me, because, you know, they have almost the same camera shops as the BBC do, and they sort of zoom in on the ivy-covered halls of Wimbledon, and I get all teary, because I really miss that. I mean, I remember my whole life used to come to a halt for 2 weeks, and I'd watch it just non-stop, because they have tremendous coverage here. They're not quite as good about the coverage in the States.
And you were always a tennis fan?
Yes, I'm the world's worst player and the world's best spectator.